Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. I'm UA, and we are in Clifton, New Jersey, about, I would say, maybe 20 minutes away from New York City to eat at what many people say is the best hot dog, not only in the whole area, not only in the New York area or New Jersey, but many people consider this the best hot dog in the whole US. I'm talking about RUTT'S Hut here in Clifton, New Jersey, and yeah, it doesn't get more low-key than this. This is a hot dog joint pretty much right next to a busy highway, although to clarify, on the right here we do kind of have some residential area, but it's still sort of next to a busy street. So as far as locations go, not exactly the best location, so the food must be pretty good if, you know, people are coming all the way here just to eat their hot dogs. And this place, RUTT'S Hut, I believe they sell a few different things, but they're mostly known for their hot dogs, particularly known for rippers, which are hot dogs that are deep fried. They're called rippers because they're deep fried hot dogs, and you know, like any sausage, when you expose it to that kind of heat, it's more likely to rip or burst. Now, we went up to Westchester to eat the famous Walter's hot dogs, and I thought that was pretty good, and that's the hot dog to beat in my book so far. But hey, people say that this RUTT'S Hut place is the place to be, not just in this area, but in the whole country. So let's see if it's all it's cracked up to be, or, you know, so let's see if it's all it's cracked up to be. Let's check it out. Well, that's how you know it's a good sign, when it's cash only. Okay guys, so we just got our hot dog platter. We ordered a hot dog platter. They have actually a lot of things on the menu besides hot dogs. They even have things like a tenderloin sandwich, like a filet mignon sandwich. But this place is known for hot dogs, so I zeroed in on some hot dogs. I decided to go with a hot dog platter, which is 2 hot dogs and a plate of potato salad and coleslaw and some other garnishes. Now, despite this place being super well known amongst hot dog enthusiasts, it seems like it's mostly locals and people are all, you know, wanting to eat relatively in peace, and I don't think they're super used to having people come in here and film, so gonna try to keep it on the down low here. So I found the place kind of in the corner where I can keep my voice down and try not to disturb people. So you said the onion rings are pretty well known here? Oh wow, thank you. Thanks for letting me film them real quick.
No problem.
And you said the relish is good?
You get a lot of views, you make a lot of money, and you come back and give it to me.
Sounds good. And you said the relish is good too?
The relish and homemade get here too.
All right.
You could buy it in the container until they sell it somehow.
All right, I'll scoop that later. Awesome, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So I actually moved over here because over there I was by the window, and that might seem good for natural light, but you know, sometimes the artificial light is actually better for these food vids. But yeah, I got one with cheese and one on its own, but I got a local tip that the relish is really good here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this cheese dog, and then we're gonna jazz up this one with relish. And we'll also try this platter afterwards. Let's try this cheese dog first, this Ripper cheese dog. Sounds good. Got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, right?
All right, first off, the cheese dog before we try the relish. Let me try another one. The hot dogs are definitely pretty good. The bread kind of tastes just like your standard hot dog bun, like your potato bun. It does sort of taste very similar to just hot dog buns that you can get at the grocery store, but the hot dogs themselves are pretty good. But what I like is that that filling on the inside has really good flavor. It tastes kind of like it's mostly a pork filling, and it doesn't just taste like your standard hot dogs from a bag. You know, the bun I said did taste a little bit generic, but these hot dogs on the inside, it tastes like this is filling that they're stuffing themselves. But the best part, I would say, is the fried skin. Now, in a way, it's kind of fortunate that I got one without any toppings, because you can kind of see the skin more clearly. Like, you see that that skin is really wrinkled and deep fried, and
that's kind of the best part. You get that nice soft pork filling on the inside, or I believe it's pork. I'm almost 100% sure it's pork. But then on the outside, you get that crispy skin, and it kind of is like a textural contrast, and I really, really like it. And yeah, they call these rippers because they say that they split when you deep fry them. I guess there's some splitting happening there. I guess that's like a, does that look like a split or a rip from the deep frying? So all in all, not bad. I guess I would say that the cheese sauce is interesting, although I find it a little bit thick. Like I find it kind of reminiscent of American cheese, like kind of like a melted slice of American cheese, like in a grilled cheese sandwich, like a Kraft single. It kind of has like a really processed cheese flavor, so, you know, I actually think that I might prefer this one with some relish in a bit, rather than this cheese on top. The cheese was actually an extra $1.75, but as you can see, it's already kind of coagulating and, you know, becoming very thick. Well, okay, I guess it's actually not. Like when I touch it, it's still relatively liquid, but it does kind of have like a very Kraft American cheese taste. So the cheese sauce is not my favorite, but I dig the hot dog itself, mostly because of the fried exterior and the nice pork filling. So let's follow that local tip and let's add some relish to this, which I was told is what this place is really known for.
Okay, we've now sufficiently jazzed one of them up, and
what I wound up doing is that I saw that they have mustard and they have relish, so I did half relish and half mustard, and if I want to combine them later, I'll just scoop one to the other side. But this way I can kind of try them independently, you know, take a bite of each side, and then if I like them together, I'll combine them in the middle, if that makes sense. So let's try the mustard half first.
The mustard's pretty good. It tastes like kind of like a deli brown mustard, but I really, really like it.
It's not too spicy. It's got a bit of a kick, but just like a little subtle bit of spice. But now let's try this relish side, this colorful relish.
So flip this to the other side, and
ooh,
oh wow. Wow, he was absolutely right. This relish is incredible. Before I take a bite, let me show you.
this relish that they are 100% making in-house, like it doesn't just taste like a bunch of diced pickles. It's got this freshness to it. It really is really delightfully sweet. It's the perfect consistency. Oftentimes relishes from a packet are way too watery. This is neither too watery nor too thick. Well, it is relatively thick, but it's like the perfect thickness. Every bite of the relish kind of retains the water with every bite. So you get delicious like explosions of pickly sweet relish in every bite. And also it just has a wonderful, beautiful shine. They often say you eat with your eyes first, and while looks aren't everything, the relish also looks really satisfying and beautiful. So wow, definitely one of the best relishes I've ever had. No, not definitely. This is hands down the best relish I've ever had. The mustard, the cheese, it's okay, but I would come here almost just to eat this relish, or to buy this relish by the gallon just to use at home. Really, really good. Let's try the rest of this platter. I kind of want to try some of the chili before we head on. But we did get a platter, so let's see how this coleslaw and potato salad tastes before we move on. Now, I believe this here is coleslaw. Yeah, that's definitely coleslaw. The coleslaw is actually pretty good. The coleslaw is not too creamy. It's not overwhelmed with that mayo. Like, it's not too creamy, it's not too sweet. It's well balanced, and you can really taste the fresh vegetables within it. Not really a big fan of this green pepper garnish on top. It kind of makes it harder to eat the coleslaw, but I like it. Like this coleslaw, it tastes nice and refreshing, not too creamy, a good balance to the more heavy hot dogs. So I dig this. And let's do some potato salad. Get rid of that bell pepper garnish. Potato salad time. And its consistency, it almost looks like mashed potatoes.
Okay, that potato salad is pretty awesome. I mean, this restaurant in general, it's like the ultimate backyard barbecue food. The hot dogs, the coleslaw, potato salad, I'm digging it all. And what I like about this potato salad is it's actually kind of similar to the coleslaw in that both are pretty smooth texture, and it was kind of hard to tell them apart at first. But what I like about the potato salad, what I ironically like about this as opposed to the coleslaw, I like this for almost an opposite reason. The potato salad is really creamy, tastes really rich. The potato is really well diced. Like, I don't mind eating those big blocks of potato in potato salad, but in this case, the potatoes are really diced, so it almost really does kind of resemble mashed potatoes in a way. But in this case, it's almost like you're eating like a chunkier mashed potatoes, but like a cold one. But they didn't skimp on cream or butter or milk in this case because they taste really rich while also smooth and healthy at the same time. I don't know. That might sound like a contradiction or a paradox, but it's not. Trust me on that. I really, really want to try the chili because I hear a lot of people ordering the chili behind me. So let's just eat more of this. All right, we got our piping bowl of chili, or cup of chili. So we're gonna review this and then we'll share final thoughts outside, but
this is a solid looking cup of chili if you ask me. Now they ask you if you want beans or if you want just meat. Now I know beans is technically not authentic. Like I think in Texas, nobody gets beans with their chili, but you know, we're not in Texas, so I wound up getting beans. That's the way I personally like chili and the way I make it at home with beans. And it's looking pretty solid. A lot of meat. Even though they gave me beans, I hardly see the beans in here. And usually, you know, when there's bean chilies, it's mostly beans, less meat. But in this case, it still looks like it's mostly meat and not many beans. I wonder if they gave me the wrong thing. So in either case, looking pretty good. So let's give it a try.
all right. That chili is really, really good. I feel like it's more so chili that you would put on a hot dog, less so chili that you would eat straight up, but it's still very good. I'm glad I got beans because the beans really are pretty subtle. It is mostly beef, and then you get like a bean surprise here and there, so it's not bad. I do think that it could be a little bit saltier, like it is a little bit lacking in salt, I think. A little bit bland, not like it's not flavorful, but bland in that it could use more salt. So I may add some more salt on my own. What I like about this chili is that the tomato flavor is not too strong. It's more so the flavor of the beef, not so much like that tomatoey or even ketchup-y flavor that you often find in bowls of chili. Really, mostly a chili beef, which I like. If that's what you want, like a real beefy soup, you'll like it. Not sure I'll be able to finish this though with all the food that I ate, so I might ask them for a to-go container for this, and we'll share some final thoughts outside. Well guys, I'm outside RUTT'S Hut now, and I'm eating the relish hot dog, the one where I scraped the cheese off and I added the relish to it. This relish sauce is just incredible. I mean, if you come here and you don't eat the relish sauce, you haven't even eaten here, because I would say that it's worth coming here just for this relish alone. Many people have RUTT'S Hut as the #1 hot dog in the whole US. Not just New York or New Jersey, the whole US. Or at least it frequently comes up among the top 5 in national lists. Now for me personally, I would say based upon the hot dog itself, there are places that I prefer. There's Walter's Hot Dogs in Westchester, New York, and there's also Boulevard Drinks in Jersey City. Those places make a pretty mean hot dog as well, and I personally prefer the taste of those sausages. This one, the Ripper, like it has that deep fried wrinkly skin, but I find the filling though to be less good than those other 2 places I mentioned. But this relish sauce is just incredible. There's no better hot dog topping I've ever had than this relish sauce. So I would say RUTT'S Hut, definitely among the best hot dog places I've been to based upon this topping alone. If I could take this relish and combine it with a Walter's hot dog, that would be one of the greatest things I've ever eaten in my whole life. Maybe an idea, But anyways guys, that's just my take. What do you think of RUTT'S Hut? Do you think RUTT'S Hut is the best hot dog in America or in New York or New Jersey or this whole area? And what's your favorite hot dog place that you've been to? Let me know in the comments because great minds eat alike, and let me know where I should eat next. And as always, if you like my videos, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. Cannot resist this delicious relish, so I'm gonna relish the last few bites of this. Until next time, I'll see you later.